Guys, Ghana is not joking at this point. Ghana once again collaborated with Jamaica. You guys know Ghana and Jamaica, they have a lot of things in common. So this time they are collaborating to build each other's country. See, Ghanaians, when I say congratulations to you guys, because a good name is better than wealth. You know, when you have a good name, people want to be associated with you. But without further ado, let's just watch this video to see how it went down. And don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.
We are looking at an exchange of professionals, especially in the education space and also in healthcare. And so that's something that we can continue to work on while you're here during your tenure in office. And we've exchanged visits already at the high level at the presidency, and I think that those visits can continue while we continue to work on creating more opportunities. We invite Jamaican business people to take the advantages of the African Continental Free Trade Area that allows us to trade duty-free, tariff-free with each other. And so it's possible to use Ghana as the platform to be able to reach out to a 1.3 billion market. And so during your tenure, I believe that visits at a business level between Jamaican business people and Ghanaian business people would be one of the things that we can look at. Unfortunately, despite the historic relations between Ghana and Jamaica, we still don't have missions, established in our countries, and I think that that's something we should look at.
I also wish to indicate that education is another area that we can look at even beyond the exchange of teachers. We have an MOU with the University of the West Indies and the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat and sending students to Jamaica. So we are an ideal location for Ghanaian students to study as well. I also wish to signal that we do have a large diaspora here, between 2,000 and 4,000, I'm told. I'll be meeting with them on Thursday. And I am assured that our diasporans are good ambassadors of Jamaica in the Republic of Ghana.
See papaya trees, you'd see guava trees, you'd see cassava and things like that. And when I started mingling with the Ghanaian people, I started to hear words that we use in Jamaica, like mise, wende, and so forth. And then I started to hear names that we used to call people in Jamaica, and we think they were nicknames or aliases. Kweko, Kojo, Taki. Then I started to realize these names were related to the days that a male were born or a female were born. And when I started talking to Ghanaian people, I started to see the love. They started telling you, you're also an African, because they can see the behavior. We can see the similarity in looking alike. And then when I started to go around with the Ghanaian people, then I said, yes, I'm a Jamaican. I remember once I went to a marketplace to buy what they call cola nut. In Jamaica, we call it busy. So after I bought the nut, the lady said to me, do you know this thing? I said, yes, but only in Jamaica we call it busy. She said, oh, you're an African then, because we call it busy here also. Then when I look again at the mountainside and the homes we built in Jamaica, then like Warwick Hill, then I go to Aburi, I see the same kind of structure, the same kind of house built the same way, the same. A matter of fact, I think we have the same liking as the people. The things we love, they do love too. So therefore the interaction with Ghanaian people and yourself will make you know that you're an extract of that part of Africa, West Africa, or Ghanaian people, so to speak. So therefore, being saying an African, it's something that you can be proud of.
All right. You heard it, and it is said that most of the original inhabitants of Jamaica were from Ghana, and so I'm sure we have so much in common. The very first president of Ghana,
he says that it came with during the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade in the 1500s or so, with enslaved Akans to the Jamaicans. And that is how Anche got into Jamaica. So the original name in Akan is Anche, and then in Jamaica it is known as Aki. The next name I'm going to spell out is Dokunu, which is how the Jamaicans, I've heard it said Dokunu. Dokunu is not wrong. The Akans or the Ghanaians, if I'm permitted to generalize, will say Dokono. And there are various types of Dokono. There is the Ga Kenke, Incline Dokono. There is the Fanti Kenke, Fanti Dokono. The other name that Jamaica may call it is also Jamaican blue draws. Yes, that is the same cornmeal wrapped in banana leaf and cooked. So that is also Dokono. Then we have chief of all of them, Anansi. Jamaica tells Anansi stories, Branansi, Brantikuma. Yes, Anansi stories originate from amongst the Akans in Ghana, or I'll say Ghanaians just to generalize it. It is a folklore which is normally, told to teach morals. Anansi or Anansi, Branansi.
I'm from Jamaica to UK, and then one day I sat down and decided, so you know what, it's time for me to move. And I need to find my way out of UK. Wow. So I went to Gambia and didn't too keen on Gambia. Okay. And then I came to Ghana, 1993. 1993. That's not bad. And then when I came to Ghana, 93, and I touched Ghana soil, I just felt as though I was in Jamaica. Wow. So I knew that this was the place I need to be.
How did you feel? You said when you arrived in Ghana, you felt like this is just like Jamaica.
Yeah.
How was the feeling like? How will you express that?
It's a phenomenon, because when I go to Jamaica, and I come out of the airplane and eat Jamaica soil, it's like the whole pressures of life just lift from your head, and you just feel at home and comfortable and relaxed. Yeah. Yes, and that's exactly how I felt when I came to Ghana. It's as though, I was home. I reached home. I felt so good.
Oh my goodness.
I felt so good that I says, right, if this is a replica of Jamaica, I need to experience it.
How will you describe Ghana? 16 years in Ghana, how will you describe Ghana?
It's got its ups and downs. It has got its ups and downs. Ghana is a wonderful country. The people are wonderful, but it has its struggles, But if you love Africa, you will come to Africa. That is it. You have to love Africa to be in Africa. The same way you have to love Jamaica to want to go to Jamaica and stay.
So I recently visited Ghana this year, and it was so amazing. I just felt so bad that I'd never been to anywhere in Africa before. That's what struck me the most, was how similar it was to Jamaica, somewhere that I spent a lot of time recently. And as soon as I got to Ghana, I just felt right at home. Yeah, I recently got a down and you couldn't hear anything. You might not be able to tell which place you're in, because they're so similar. Yeah, there's a lot of great historical videos speaking about why there's the link between Jamaica and Ghana, which, if you don't know in a nutshell, the colonizers, they captured and took people from West Africa to the Caribbean to work as slaves to help grow crops and sugar. That kind of sparked the industrial revolution of those countries. Yeah, I thought I'd make this video just highlighting the visual similarities between Jamaica and Ghana. I wanted to show like a side-by-side visual comparison of some of the places and just speak about. Yeah, so I'd say the first similarity is like the food. In Ghana there's like wachi with rice and beans, which is really similar to rice and peas, and it tastes amazing. You see a lot of comparison with like big stews and soups. People cook these big pots that last for days or even a whole week. I think they spend so much time there, they know who the locals are, they know how the locals dress, they know how the locals walk. So they can just look at you, they can tell by the style of your t-shirt or the style of your trainers. They can just tell you're not from there, which is cool sometimes, but sometimes it's annoying because they try and overcharge you, because they just assume that everyone who's a Westerner is rich and has loads of money to spend. Like roadside food, where you can get cooked food from. Coming from London, you're super used to restaurants and takeaways, less so street food. In both Jamaica and Ghana, there's real street food, like real roadside food. It's so similar the way that they have food, like hospitality and how friendly a lot of the people are. Africans and Caribbeans, I think they both get a bad rep in media. They're usually portrayed as like angry, violent, like you never really see the good side of a lot of the people. So when I went to both countries, I found that the people are so friendly and so hospitable. People are willing to explain the culture, people are willing to explain the food.
Alright then, take yeah man, that's all. I show you.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
There, bye.
In both places, I had people invite me into their homes, people invite me to meet their family, people inviting me to come eat their food. So many of these experiences that you never really get in London. Yeah, I found that in both of those countries that a lot of the people are really friendly and hospitable. Like the diverse scenery that both countries have. Both regions are suspect to the images that other people want to portray of them. The Africa is synonymous with images of rural tribes and huts and things that are beautiful, but it's not the full picture of any African region. The same in the Caribbean. Usually they just show you the fake white sands, beach resorts. They never show you the actual real beaches with rocks. And beyond that, they don't show how diverse the regions are. So they don't show you the mountainous regions of both of them. They don't show you lakes. They don't show you the rivers, they don't show you the lush forests and greenery and vegetation that they both have. So it was amazing for me to go there and see how similar the scenery is. Was another incredible thing for me to see in Ghana, is how similar the art in Ghana was to the art in Jamaica that you find in the markets and on the shop fronts and murals. So a lot of people have their shop signs and the fonts and everything done by hand painters. It was amazing to see how similar the art was, and when I showed pictures of the art in Jamaica to the people in Ghana, a lot of them were shocked that it was so similar. And yet the art and the paintings are so colourful.
To me, I usually say Ghana is Jamaica and Jamaica is Ghana, because I saw a particular video. A Jamaican man said Ghana smells like Jamaica. That whenever he comes down here to Ghana, that he feels as if he is still in his home country, Jamaica. So the similarities between the two countries is very huge. The food, the environment, in fact, everything is just so similar. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you're a Jamaican and you're a Ghanaian, please comment below the comment section. If you have traveled to any of these countries, please share your experience with us in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe.